time, I pass it to Deborah. Deborah, you take over. Be careful, come on.
Okay. So, ready to rock and roll, everyone?
Yeah.
I have waited long. Have you?
Yeah.
Seriously? Okay. Right. Now, like I said, we have got very little time, but nevertheless, I'm sure you are all great speaker. Having to speak every day, are you? Not all MDRTs or insurance people have to speak every day, right? And not only you speak, you convince people to the goodness of insurance. Right. Very simply, now, every one of you, do you know what's a stick man? Do you know what a stick man? Don't know? Alright, simple. It is a little cartoon that we draw, right? Like a cartoon, and you use this outline and you draw the stick man. Alright? So, I'll give you 10 seconds on your, just on any piece of paper, you draw a stick man. Try to draw a stick man. A stick man. Stick. S-I-T-C-K. Stick. The stick. The thin man. How do you draw a stick man? It's good at that. Stick. S-I-T-C-K. Stick. A stick man. A stick man. Okay, stick man. That's it. This is stick man cartoon. Stick man cartoon. Alright? Okay, done? I'm sure some of you have done. Now tell me, how do you know where you start first? Alright? Then body. Then head. So similarly, when you do a speech, you have to think of the head first. Then the body, then the legs. And the legs usually we draw hands up, leg up. And it's very steady, isn't it so? Alright? So, Bernard, I've talked you through a little bit about here and there. I noticed you touch on preparation of your speech. And my part is going to touch on the pre-stage, meaning before you go on stage. Whether you're going to stand on a platform or in front of an audience without any stage, it's the preparation stage. And all you need to do is three major or main parts, which is the head and the body and the closing. The head, what is the opening? Now, you know what is the saint? How many of you is from my era? Simon Templar. Yeah, there you know. So the Simon Templar stick man has a what?
Yeah.
Hello. Now, what's the difference between that stick man and your stick man? Who is more interesting?
That one.
That one. Why? Why?
It's impressive.
Exactly. What is it impressive?
Strike one.
Like what? What does it attract you? Mohan, you know that. I'm sure we are the same era.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the stick man of a saint, Simon Templar, and our usual stick man? Our usual stick man is like this. If I stand here in front of you, is it interesting? And give you the speech, interesting? No. And that stick man, yeah, this is our stick man. Head, body, and whichever leg first or hand first. That's the same. Simon Templar has the head and the body, obviously. And did you notice? And that's how he stands.
Very relaxed.
Yeah, and his hand like that. It's like this, right? And he has got a hello. And what's a hello relates to our speech preparation? Great idea, interesting, impactful title. Alright, so I'm sure you know what to say. I've heard some of your title. Now, look at your title again. Is it if you put yourself like before your MDRT, you are a new agent, alright? Or somebody is heading to the road to achieve MDRT, would you go for that session? Is it interesting? Have you put on your hello and think about it? So if you're excited about your topic, then yes, you have that magnet to magnetize the people to come to the session. Being a speaker, it is really demotivating when you have only one audience. But you still have to put on an act. I love it 1-to-1. How do you like it? Right now, you still have to put on that energy, the excitement, the enthusiasm to start and to end your speech. Now, some of you are going to do 5 minutes, some of you do 15 minutes, and half an hour. Preparing your speech is important. Once you've thought through the station, you're going to do rehearsal. So you're going to rehearse. Why do you need to rehearse? You need to rehearse where you need to find out where you can put in the best of your gestures, the movements that you're going to do. And don't forget eye contact, which is all on the presentation, the real delivery stuff, which Bert is going to carry through with you in the afternoon. My part is, once you're so confident, you must like your title. You must repeat your title in your mind. Daily, I'm going to talk about this. Give me a title. What's your title, Christopher? The art of sales of a millennium. And make sure if your speech is going to be in English, you improve your pronunciation. Millennium, and be confident when you speak about your title. So as you begin, we'll say, thank you very much for having me here. I'm excited as much as you to be presenting and sharing my part on this topic. And today, I'm covering the art of sales of the millennium. Be confident. Use your vocal variety as you present as well. So come back to the title part. Done with your title, but you still have one more chance to change if you want to. Improve, I won't say change. Don't change, just improve. Right after that, we can continue on with the opening line. Okay, so I'm going to carry you through, take you through some of the slides. I may not stop and explain long on that slide. And on your notes, there are some blanks that you need to fill up. Please fill up as you go along. Okay? Now, make sure the title is catchy and interesting and be confident. So, what's are you going to share about, Sean, this coming MDRT? What do you call that, seminar? Yeah. Okay, Sean, what do you share about on this coming MDRT day? Oh, are you excited? You don't sound excited. Do it again. I'm going to role play with you. Oh, by the way, I heard, Sean, that you're going to share on this coming August on the MDRT day. So, what are you going to share about?
Sales ideas.
Ah, really exciting. You want to go for your session. There you go. You got to be excited. I'm sure a lot of people will ask you, you're sharing? I heard you're sharing. I read your name on the list and you're one of the speakers. So what are you going to share? 听说你这个 MDRT day 你要跟我分享嘞，你是 speaker 嘞，你讲什么topic啊？
解决客户拒绝。
哦，解决，然后又客户又拒绝，那这样子你不够 confident 呀。OK， 再来一次。听说你这个 MDRT day 要 present 嘞 ，Eric， 你要跟我们先分享什么？
解决客户的拒绝才是成交的关键。
哎呦，很好嘞，对不对 ？You understand what I say to him? You don't, but did you get the excitement?
Of course.
Of course, that's it. Right. Okay, let's try with you. Cik Nur ya. How do I call you? Nora, no? Azira. Ya Azira, I nampak nama kamu di list ni, nampak presentation ni coming MDRT day. Jadi Azira nak share apa topik? Pasal hibah? Apa tu? Jadi, from today onwards, please familiarize with your title. Because if you are sure, you're certain, then you are confident. Alright? Because you already made up your mind. This title is very important. It is going to be as attractive as you on that day. 是吗？是啊 Okay. Alright? They got to attract people's ear. They need to see excitement in you when you have so much to give them. Even the senior, the old-timer MDRTs also look forward to listen to your speech because it doesn't matter whether you're a junior MDRT or senior MDRT because there's always something new to learn. Yes? Okay. Right, so it gets me interesting. Alright, mountain mover. Also, what are you going to share about mountain mover? Well, mountain mover, the word itself is very powerful, but you mountain mover. Mountain mover. I wonder if you can move me or not. You can even move an ant. Alright, 这个 mountain mover, yeah. Come and get moved. Check it out. Yes? Do you know what is your last breath?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
interesting.
Wow, last breath? Yeah, do you know? No, then come for my session. So you're going to do your own marketing a little bit, okay? Your title would be your marketing tool that people would have known that, congratulations, Jenny. Wow, I heard you're going to be sharing this coming August. I look forward. So what are you going to share about?
Remember in critical illnesses, 5 minutes.
Oh, you're trying to remember your title now. So, okay, you all get ready. Yeah, you all get ready with your title. The moment you're being asked, tell. Or the moment you see somebody that says, hey, are you coming to the August MDRT day? Yeah. Okay, so do you know I'm going to present? Oh, yeah. What are you going to present? Oh, you must not miss this, you say. So I'm going to share about? Oh yeah, how to make impossible possible. No play. Yeah. Okay, so when you pick your topic, I'm sure you have this in mind. But if you don't, you can go through this once again. You want to have a strong title if you're going to have a serious topic. For example, I know Vivian's going to do something about cancer. It's serious, isn't it? Something about cancer. What's your title again?
From cancer to TOT.
Okay, to TOT. I don't even know it. Okay, sure. Share with us TOT.
Top of the table.
Oh yeah, top of the table, no joke. Okay, from cancer to top of the table. Right, I'm sure when you share the title, you will be sharing with people who are already in the insurance industry. So TOT is something they knew what's TOT. Alright, good, that's a serious talk. A title that makes people laugh would be when you are sharing a topic that is funny. Alright, a funny topic, a funny talk. Or anything motivational, title that inspire, like mountain mover. Mountain mover inspires. What other topic? Informative or informational talk will be something that give information. Right? Who's sharing something about giving information here? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, Kenny. Kenny, what's your title?
My title is Big Cases with the FOB Selling Concept. The know-how.
Again, but pretty long.
Selling big cases with the FOB, family-owned business. Selling concept.
Okay, big cases with FOB concept. Big cases with FOB concept. Would it be a little bit shorter? It's not easier, not so mouthful. Closing. Not selling. We're not selling. Closing, not closing. Closing big cases with FOB concept. I think that's short and simple. Okay, I can get it. So I'm not so in the industry. Alright, good. So we have got a title. If you want to fine-tune a title, go ahead. Okay, if you're confident with the title, it's like your name. You know, the title for this is like your name. What's your name? Deborah Leon. What's your name? What's the Chinese name? Long Chao. So it's like you talk about your title so frequently that it is at the back of your fingertips from now until August. Okay? Right, let's go on the opening. When we do opening, we need impact. So think of ways that we can do impact. For example, people use a voice. When I come up here, many of you see me for the first time, what have I caused you to look at me?
Your
My image. Okay. Alright, so this is your one of your so-called prop. Okay, some of you might have learned public speaking before, or you read up about public speaking before. You're going to use some prompts and so on. Right? The very, very visual prop you can put out is yourself. The moment you walk in, you want to make it heard. The moment you open your voice, you want to make sure all ears are on you. Right now? And the moment you speak, their jaw drop. Yeah, this is the impact. This is the impact that we want. Okay? Right. So then, we open with the impact and make sure your audience all look at you. Look at you. If you notice, most of the good speakers, they use vocal variety. That's how they attract attention. Suddenly they hear you, suddenly your voice drop a bit. But make sure when your voice drop, they can still hear you. Alright? Okay. So you warm up the audience. Right after that, you want to introduce yourself. Because otherwise, you probably would have a certain introduction given out on the handouts or posted on the screen, but you need not have to introduce yourself thoroughly like every point. Those points that you may feel that relates to the audience. For example, I would just like to introduce my name. I've been in the industry for the last 18, 19 years. I'm a distinguished Toastmaster, which relates to presentation skills. I'm an image consultant. I think for about 4 points, it's good enough. Even though you have got a long laundry list of your own profile on the screen. Got it? Just pick the few that's relevant to the audience. All right? I won't be sharing with a group of students that comes to listen to me and say that, hey, I've got so many accolades, I've got so many medals that I won from the sports day and so, because it's not relating to them. They come here, the topic that they're going to pick up and learn from me will be public speaking. So the Toastmasters is relevant. And when you do presentations, the way you put your own self-presentation is important as well. So that has a relation. Other than that, I won't even tell you what other background I have. Okay? Good. So make sure you have a good introduction of yourself and the topic that you're going to share. So do not, these are the taboos, do not apologize. Why? Because you're here, you're standing there sitting. Sitting means they're receiving information, they're receiving knowledge from you. So here when you're standing at this platform, you are giving or sharing knowledge. So you don't have to apologize like, I'm sorry, this is my first time delivering a speech to the MDRTs and I want to say sorry in advance just in case I make a little boo-boo. No, you don't have to. Alright? Forget about apologizing. And things that I'm not used to speaking, things like, I hope I won't bore you. This is my maiden speech. So sorry. Especially you see bosses or senior members, the people that's pioneer in your audience. Never mind. Your legs jitters is fine because the ship has to sail on a calm sea, and how you paddle down there, who knows? Never mind. You know, if you are so worried that you're afraid that you wet your pants, make sure you wear a pad, okay? Yeah, hospital pad or whatever. All right, and never apologize that you're good or bad because it's not for you to say; it's for your audience to think about it. All right. Now, my advice is I think most of the people apologize because they are nervous. So, how do you break your nervousness? I would advise you to go a little bit earlier. If not an hour earlier, before your speaking time, so that you can warm yourself up, so that you can go and say hi and shake hands and introduce yourself to a couple of people and get yourself warm up to the audience prior to the actual presentation. Okay? And then they will probably ask you, oh, you are also attending this session, where are you from and all that. I'm just going to share some sharing later and I just want to say hello. Yeah, so okay. That is the touch of the hand, to the handshake. I'm not asking you to gao swan, I'm not asking you to the handshake warms up you as well as the audience. That would help. Another one is you need to know where is the presentation venue. Go there in advance, maybe a day or a few days in advance. If you can go to that particular room or similar room, if it is hotel, then go to the similar banquet room. Feel the ground so that it doesn't, no earthquake on that day. Alright? So even if it's earthquake, then what you do? 如果感觉有 earthquake 叫做什么？地震，那你就大开脚一点，站好稳。你一开始讲话，如果一开始头几句话稳的话呢，你就不会很怕。Alright. So question is, you stand firm. You stand firm. When you stand, how do you stand firm? Okay, the initial manual, open the leg below. You stand firm. Alright, on the ground, make sure it's already steady, it's not shaking anymore. And then you walk a little bit, 2-3 steps, and then walk a little bit, 2-3 steps, and you'll be fine, alright, fine. Alright, and if you mispronounce, don't say, oh, fine, sorry, fine. Don't say sorry, but fine. Just correct it without having to apologize. Okay? Right. Okay, and don't start your presentation in a monotonous way. Like I said, vocal variety helps to break the monotonous. And also, a few steps here, a few steps there will help you break the state, the so-called burden share. Break the state. S-T-A-T-E. Break the monotonous. Remember, don't walk around too much. People will headache, following you all around the room all day. Now then, we move on to do not be critical when you begin. So what do you mean by critical? Example. Yeah, I have some example here if I can refer to critical. You wake up, don't be a loser. And wake up, don't be a loser. Alright, now that you're MDRT, keep it on, keep going. I think that's critical, right? Okay, so we don't want to be critical. You want to sound encouraging, you want to sound motivating and happy and engaging and engaged with the heart. Yes? Now, there are a couple of ways to do a good opening. Alright, some positioning method will be steps like, things like, you want to tell the audience what would you benefit from here. What you're going to take home from today's session from me is at least you come out to the audience and you're going to stand tall, you're going to share your topic, and you're going to maximize your sharing and enjoy yourself on stage. This is what I've just done for you, right? What is it for the audience? For example, how do you do how to take cancer to TOT?
Not on the table.
Yes. All right. How do you make cancer? No, take cancer. What's your title again? How do you do from cancel to TOT? 3 T's. So then you can start. Alright? 3 T's. Then you start with your 3 T's. Very easy. Okay. Right. Yes.
Just a question, right? Maybe at the starting of talk, can we say that from this talk you will take away three takeaways? 3 or 4 takeaways? Or
If you're confident that I would like to say not to say you can take, I would say you would like to take away at least 3. I would like you to take home at least 3. Otherwise, you probably, didn't spend your time good enough here. You probably will encourage them. Then it says, I encourage you to take home at least 3 points during the whole session. That
Example,
would be
like my topic is how to remember 36 illnesses of 43 illnesses now. These are critical illnesses. 5 minutes, with 43 illnesses in 5 minutes. So how is the opening that you can do?
Okay, I'm going to show you how to take away 36 illnesses in the first 5 minutes, for example. So you break them up. So in 36, probably you will break them into 4, about 4. You have 4 different main categories if you can do that. You're going to break that 36 illnesses into some major areas. For example, that has to do with the brain, this has to do with the hand and the limbs, this has to be with... So you can teach them on that basis a simplified way to remember 36 illnesses.
So that is my opening.
Why not? I mean, you don't have to say this. I'm going to share with you how to remember 36 illnesses in a short 4 points. So then you categorize them. Anything between, if the main points, anything between 3 to 5 main points are very easy to remember because our brain, our memory are limited. So if you categorize into 3 to 5 main points, and at each main point you could have some sub-points. So all they need to do is to remember main points.